welcome to Bella TV. I am joined by my beautiful guest, Diane Turton, real estate powerhouse, author. Thank you for being here today with us, Diane.
You're welcome. This is so exciting.
So tell us about where your journey began in real estate.
It actually began when I was probably 10. My father used to take me to the office and I used to sort his index cards. He did commercial and industrial real estate.
Okay.
And we had a house in Manilokin that had green and blue floors, green and blue sofas. And I said, one day I want my own real estate company, my signature, and I want green and blue, and I want to be on that billboard. And I pointed up to a billboard on the highway. So I began when I was 19, got my license, got my broker's license at 23. Had absolutely no money. And I said, actually I did work one other job for 24 hours and I quit. Because I wanted to work till 7 at night and come in at 7 in the morning to get 4 hours overtime, and they wouldn't let me work. So I started in real estate, and I would just go out and talk to people, knock on doors. They'd slam the door, I'd go around and knock on the back door. And then I thought, I have to get my name out there, like Coca-Cola soda, real estate, Turton. So I would have garage sales. And what I would do is put my for sale sign in the garage, and they would come and say, is your house for sale? And I go, no, it's yours. And then I would give them the items. I would never charge. So they saw a bike. I said, you can have it if you pass out 100 of my cards. And then I graduated a little bit from that, and I had Tupperware parties. I had candles in one room, Mary Kay makeup, and Tupperware. I invited 400 people that did not know me. Live belly dance with food, liquor. My new golden retriever puppy would jump up and try to eat the clippers off the veil of the belly dancer. And the Tupperware lady, it was her first party. She was told 7 to 8 people. There were 400. And she goes, Mrs. Turton, I need a martini. So I gave her a martini. She fell asleep and I sold $1,000 worth of Tupperware. So then when I went to deliver it, I would purposely go to the wrong house because I had already made contact with the first person. And I knocked on the door and they said, we didn't order a Tupperware. I said, I must be at the wrong house, but I'm Diane Turton. Do you want to buy or sell a house? And I just continually did things like that because I had no money to advertise. And it just started building up, building up, building up. And then in '85, Zig Ziglar, I'm sure everybody's heard of, and Tommy Hopkins invited me to be on stage with them and introduce them. And I would travel all over the country. So in lieu of me introducing them, they would promote me. And that took the company to another level. And then finally one day in '85, he said, why don't you open your own company? I said, well, I never really thought about it. They said, you'd be great. You average 200 listings a year as an agent. The most person usually gets is 5 to 10 a year. Just go do it. So I did. I got up the nerve. Actually, I did it because my old broker, when he thought I was leaving, decided to take me to dinner. And I had my first fur coat on, and he took me to Denny's and ordered jambalaya for $1.99. And the next day, Diane Turton Realtors came aboard. That was it. That's a true story.
So you've always known what you wanted.
Yes.
And maybe not necessarily how you were going to get it, but it sounds like you were a hard worker. And now today, I mean, don't be modest. Tell us about what it's like today for you in real estate.
Well, it's really exciting, but remember, I was a top agent before I opened. Most people that own real estate companies were not good agents, and that's why they opened. And I started this in '66. And actually, one thing I left out that's important, I did major in real estate in college. Then I went back to night school, got a teacher's degree, so I could substitute second, third, and fourth grade and ask the kids whose parents were selling their houses. So they would come in with phone numbers and I'd build my database bigger and bigger. So when I opened, I just wanted the team to build a team and just have we had 300 people that wanted to work for us the first day we opened. It was out of control. We had 103 ups. That means people calling to ask if they want to buy or sell the first day we opened. And it just was contacts, you know. We would go to all these events, we would network. I'm not a believer of running a lot of full-page ads and papers. We just go out and talk to people. Like I'll leave now, I'll be back in an hour, and I'll get 5 leads down the street. And it was just exciting. And then it got to the point where all of a sudden, I decided to have a talent show and have all the benefits go to the charities for children, one in Monmouth, one in Ocean. And I decided to have all the talented kids between 8 and 18. And I came to New York and I went to another studio. And actually the girl there said, you should write a book. I have a girl that could write the book for you. So that's and for years, since 1971, people have been asking me to write a book. But I just never had the time to do it. So when she said this, and this sign adventure had happened, I said, this is like a sign that this book's gonna happen. And so that started the journey, and this one woman did start writing it. She wrote about 50 pages of it. And then somebody else gave me another girl's name in Iowa who ended up finishing it. And I was speaking at a big event, a women's event, and somebody came up and gave me Vanessa's card and said, oh, this woman's been on Oprah, you have to call this woman. She's unbelievable. So that's how I met Vanessa.
That's
It just
amazing.
kind of snowballed.
So tell us about, you mentioned the sign a little bit, the sign on the cover of the book. Tell us the story behind the sign.
Oh boy. Well, 3 in the morning, I always get up to do my email and internet and everything else. So I see this text from my marketing, or from my actually relocation department. We found your sign on the beach in Bordeaux, France. I'm thinking, what? So I flipped it to Perry, my marketing person, and he emailed Hannes, who's from Brussels, back and said, can you take a picture of it? So he drove 13 hours from Brussels all the way back to Bordeaux, put it on the beach, took a picture, which is right here, and sent it to us. And what happened was, we went from a house in Brielle, New Jersey, and right after Sandy, and we even knew the house it came from. And it took 6.5 years to get to Pinsick Beach. It's a little surfing beach in France. And it went 3.3 times around, took the same route Christopher Columbus took. And before we posted it, the New York Times always likes to vet everything, so they hired an oceanographer, and so did CNN and I think People magazine. So we had 3 oceanographers working on it. Once they all validated that absolutely this was true, then we posted it, and then it went viral. We had every news media calling, CNN, People, TMZ, which I had never heard. We were interviewed.
Wow.
And now they want me to do the book in French and go to Bordeaux. I'm sure Vanessa would love to
That's
go to
amazing.
Bordeaux with Perry now, and market the book over Bordeaux.
That's amazing. And it's always connecting. Tell
It's
us
always
just a
connecting.
sneak peek of what's inside the book.
It's really all about my journey from when I was about 2 years old on, and then it takes you through the cycles of my life and the tragedy of my father committing suicide and everything I lived through, the oldest of 7 kids, and how I maintained that life and still ended up successful. So, and it's very inspirational, I feel it is, and it's a quick read, but it's funny, like all the people that have read it, they say, oh my God, I never knew that happened in my life. And I left half of it out, that's for part 2. It'll be for the next part. But it's very inspiring. I was talking to a realtor in California when we were in San Francisco, and she goes, oh, can I buy that? I said, sure, just put Diane Turton Amazon. And she was asking me my tricks and everything I've done, and I was explaining a lot to her. So it tells not only the journey of all the things I had to do when I had nothing to get to where I am. Because I used to feed my husband smelts for 15 cents a pound. He would climb telephone poles and get unlisted phone numbers just so I could call to try to get through listings. But that part I left out.
Yeah.
It's live on TV, so that's easy.
So you mentioned Amazon. People can go on Amazon and purchase the book?
Yeah, you just put Diane Turton and just go right on Amazon, it comes right up. You can put always connecting, but it's easier just to remember my name. When I've been circulating it, what they've been doing is taking a picture, and then just, the painter came in to paint Spring Lake yesterday, and he goes, my wife is reading your book. I said, your wife, how'd you get my book? Oh, she knew all about it. So I guess it's just word of mouth. So it is exciting.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations on being an author and the book. We're very excited. Everyone go on Amazon and make sure you place your order. Diane, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. And you look for part 2.
I'm going to. All right.